Hey Stoics, welcome back. Have you ever been left wondering why someone who shows deep care, admiration, and even love suddenly pulls away, leaving you in a haze of confusion? Just when you thought you knew where you stood, they go silent, making you second-guess everything. But here's the twist. Their silence might reveal more than words ever could. This isn't a sign of indifference. It's a phenomenon rooted in the complex layers of human psychology and emotional patterns. In this video, we'll uncover why people who love deeply sometimes feel the need to ignore, and how Stoic wisdom can help you navigate this with strength and clarity. If you've ever felt confused or hurt by someone's sudden distance, stick around, because this understanding might be the key to staying grounded and secure, no matter how others act. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button and join our Mindful Stoicism community, where we explore wisdom, strength, and inner peace for navigating life's most complex emotions. And remember, if you enjoy this video, give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's get started on understanding the mystery behind love and silence. 1. Understanding the emotional pendulum. The concept of the emotional pendulum is crucial for understanding why someone who loves you deeply might suddenly pull away. Just as a pendulum swings back and forth, emotions can fluctuate between extremes, especially in relationships filled with intense feelings. When someone truly cares, their emotional investment can be overwhelming, creating a need to balance closeness with distance. This need for equilibrium often leads them to step back temporarily, not because they love you any less, but because the closeness itself can become emotionally taxing. Their withdrawal is an attempt to regain a sense of stability and avoid feeling engulfed. This behavior might seem contradictory, even painful from the outside. When someone who was once attentive and warm suddenly becomes distant, it's natural to feel insecure, wondering if you've done something wrong. But it's essential to understand that their pulling away often has nothing to do with you. Rather, it reflects their inner battle with balancing their emotions. By stepping back, they give themselves the space to process and recharge, preventing emotional burnout from excessive closeness. In Stoic philosophy, there's a powerful lesson here. We cannot control the actions of others, but we can control our own response. Instead of reacting with worry or doubt, Stoicism teaches us to adopt a steady, calm presence. Accept that the need for emotional distance is natural and may even enhance the relationship, allowing both people to maintain their sense of self. Remaining calm during these moments of distance shows strength and understanding, fostering a more secure and resilient connection. Instead of seeing their withdrawal as rejection, interpret it as a period of restoration, a necessary part of the emotional rhythm of a healthy relationship. By embracing this concept, you allow them the space they need and also cultivate your own emotional independence, creating a bond rooted in mutual respect and balance. 2. Ignorance as a coping mechanism. When someone who loves you deeply begins to ignore you, it can feel confusing, even painful. But often, this behavior isn't a sign of a lack of interest or fading affection. Rather, it's a coping mechanism. Love, particularly when it's intense, can be overwhelming. For many people, the vulnerability and emotional investment that come with love are powerful and sometimes destabilizing forces. Ignoring you then becomes a way for them to regain control over their emotions and establish a sense of balance. The fear of losing control or appearing overly dependent can push someone into temporary silence. By creating a bit of distance, they feel they can reclaim their individuality and self-assurance without entirely abandoning the relationship. In their mind, stepping back creates space to reflect, to see their feelings from a new perspective, and to lessen any anxieties that may arise from being emotionally all in. This isn't about diminishing their love. Instead, it's a way for them to safeguard it from becoming too consuming. It's essential to remember that everyone has different emotional capacities and comfort levels when it comes to vulnerability. Stoicism teaches us to recognize the difference between what we can and cannot control. By understanding that their withdrawal is about their need for emotional regulation and not a rejection, you free yourself from unnecessary pain and insecurity, rather than pushing for immediate answers or trying to force them to open up. Practice patience and self-restraint. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, not to take things personally, but to respond with calm acceptance. In these moments, the best response is to focus on your own stability and inner peace. Show them that you're secure enough in yourself to allow them the space they need. This calm approach not only strengthens your own resilience, but often draws them back with a renewed appreciation for the secure foundation you provide. 3. The space between, where true feelings are revealed. In relationships, it's often in moments of distance or silence that true feelings come to light. When someone who loves you suddenly pulls away, it might feel disorienting or even painful, leaving you to question the strength of their emotions. But here's a powerful paradox. Sometimes the choice to create space reveals a depth of emotion that constant presence cannot. When someone takes a step back, it doesn't necessarily mean they're pulling away for good. Often, they're finding a chance to process their own emotions, check in with themselves, and explore the intensity of what they feel. In that silence, they might realize just how important you are to them. The reason for this lies in human psychology. When we're constantly with someone, the mind can become accustomed to their presence, making it easy to take that connection for granted. Creating space allows each person to experience life on their own for a moment, and in doing so, they often become more aware of what's missing. This absence brings their feelings into focus, allowing them to evaluate the depth of their attachment. If someone's feelings are genuine, distance won't weaken them, it will likely strengthen them, making them realize the value of the relationship. For you, practicing Stoic calmness during these times is essential. Stoic wisdom teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, reactions, and sense of inner peace. Instead of interpreting their silence as rejection, view it as an opportunity to ground yourself in patience and self-assurance. By embracing the space, you create an environment where genuine emotions can flourish. Your calm presence signals that you're stable, confident, and secure, qualities that only enhance your partner's attraction and deepen their appreciation. In the space between, both partners can see more clearly, leading to a more resilient, meaningful connection when they come back together. 4. Avoiding emotional overload. For those who experience love deeply, maintaining a continuous emotional connection can be both rewarding and exhausting. Especially when intense, love has a way of consuming one's mental and emotional resources. When someone who cares about you suddenly seems distant, it may be their way of preserving their emotional health, not a sign that their feelings have changed. By pulling back, they're attempting to regain balance, take a breath, and recharge their emotional reserves. This is a psychological reset, allowing them to re-enter the relationship with greater stability and emotional availability. This distancing mechanism often isn't personal. It's a form of self-preservation. In fact, people who experience love intensely may need this space more than others to process their emotions and avoid burning out. They may fear that if they don't step back occasionally, they'll end up overwhelmed, potentially jeopardizing the relationship itself. Instead of viewing this as a lack of commitment, Try to understand it as a way they're ensuring they can continue showing up in the relationship as their best self. From a Stoic perspective, this can be an opportunity for both of you. When they step back, you can also focus on cultivating your own emotional independence. Stoicism teaches that we are responsible for our own happiness, regardless of what others do or feel. By embracing this time as a period of self-growth and reflection, you can maintain a strong sense of inner peace, rather than depending on constant emotional validation. Remember, love thrives not when it's smothered, but when it has space to breathe and grow. So, instead of reacting to their distance with worry or insecurity, practice calm detachment. Show them that you respect their need for space and that your inner peace doesn't depend on their constant presence. This balance between connection and independence is what builds resilient, enduring love. The role of Stoic detachment in love. Stoic detachment doesn't mean an absence of emotion. It's about finding a balance where love and inner peace coexist. In Stoic philosophy, detachment is a practice of freeing yourself from needing constant validation from others. It's a mindset that reminds us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and emotions, while letting go of things beyond our control, like someone else's feelings or actions. When applied to love, this approach helps you to become a strong, centered individual who brings stability and calm to the relationship, even when the other person's behavior might fluctuate. In love, it's natural to crave closeness and connection, but Stoic detachment keeps you from relying too much on external reassurance. Instead of needing someone else to affirm your worth, Stoicism guides you to find that assurance within. This form of detachment means that if your partner temporarily pulls away, you can maintain inner calm and avoid spiraling into self-doubt or insecurity. You recognize that their need for space doesn't reflect on your value, nor does it diminish the love you share. By cultivating self-respect and personal fulfillment, you avoid becoming overly dependent on anyone else's affection or attention. Additionally, Stoic detachment in love brings freedom for both partners. When you don't rely on the other person to satisfy all your emotional needs, you create space for each of you to grow individually. It's an approach that nurtures a more authentic connection, where both partners feel respected, valued, and free from the pressure of meeting impossible expectations. Your sense of peace and resilience, inspired by Stoic principles, not only makes you more attractive, but also strengthens the bond over time, as the relationship is built on mutual respect, not dependency. In this way, detachment, rather than creating distance, actually deepens intimacy by removing fear and fostering trust. 6. Attraction through unpredictability. One of the most intriguing aspects of human psychology is our natural attraction to mystery. When someone you care about creates a sense of unpredictability, sometimes pulling away, going silent, or behaving in ways that keep you guessing, it often intensifies your attraction. This pull toward unpredictability is deeply rooted in human nature, where the thrill of the unknown can make relationships feel fresh, exciting, and endlessly captivating. People are wired to seek novelty, and in relationships, a bit of uncertainty can fuel curiosity and desire. When someone withdraws or goes silent without explanation, it leaves you wondering about their thoughts and emotions, sparking curiosity and making their presence feel even more valuable. It's a paradox. By creating distance, they make you crave closeness, building up a tension that can make each interaction feel more meaningful. This dynamic leverages the scarcity principle, the idea that we often value what's less available. Readily available, their unpredictability creates a sense of scarcity, making each moment together feel special, even precious. However, it's crucial to remember that the attraction built through unpredictability isn't about playing games. Instead, it's about maintaining a healthy balance between intimacy and independence. People often pull back when they need space to reflect or recharge, not to manipulate emotions. For those on the receiving end, Stoicism can be invaluable. By cultivating emotional independence and avoiding attachment to constant reassurance, you can find strength and clarity even in moments of distance. Stoic wisdom encourages us to focus on our own sense of peace, regardless of others' behavior. When you develop this calm self-assurance, you become more attractive by embodying inner stability, showing that you're not shaken by someone's temporary absence. By practicing this, you naturally draw people closer without chasing, allowing love and attraction to grow from a place of strength rather than need. 7. How to respond, a Stoic approach to their silence. When someone you care deeply about pulls away or goes silent, it's natural to feel anxious, hurt, or even tempted to reach out for reassurance. However, the Stoic approach to their silence calls for a very different response, one rooted in self-control, patience, and inner strength. First, recognize that their silence isn't necessarily a reflection of you or your worth. It may have more to do with their personal struggles, emotional overwhelm, or even an attempt to process their feelings. Stoicism teaches us that we should not rush to conclusions or make assumptions based on what is outside our control, other people's actions, feelings, and thoughts. Instead, focus on what you can control, your own emotions, actions, and mindset. This gives you a chance to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. A Stoic response to their silence involves maintaining a calm and composed demeanor. Resist the urge to chase after them or demand explanations. This doesn't mean you don't care, but rather that you respect their space and maintain your own emotional stability. By showing self-restraint and patience, you send the message that you are not dependent on constant validation or their presence to feel secure in yourself. This detachment is a core Stoic principle. It allows you to stay grounded regardless of how others behave. While they take their time, use this opportunity for self-reflection. Engage in activities that strengthen your own sense of identity and purpose. Read, meditate, pursue hobbies, and focus on personal growth. By redirecting your energy inward, you avoid feeling helpless and instead build resilience. Finally, if and when they come back, greet them with understanding and calmness. Avoid resentment or holding a grudge for their absence. Show them that you respect both their need for space and your own peace. This balanced approach, which combines empathy and self-control, not only brings you inner tranquility, but also often strengthens the relationship over time by fostering mutual respect and healthy boundaries. If someone who loves you deeply pulls away, it's not necessarily a sign of fading affection. It's a response shaped by the complexities of human psychology and the need for balance in intense emotions. Instead of seeking constant affirmation, trust in their love and in your own resilience. With a Stoic heart, love isn't a need, it's a choice, and in that choice lies true freedom. So, next time you find yourself facing their silence, stand tall, calm, and self-assured. It may just be the thing that draws them back again and again. If you found this insight helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Mindful Stoicism and join our community of individuals who seek peace, strength, and clarity in every relationship. Let us know in the comments if you've experienced this push and pull dynamic in love and how you responded. And remember, true power in love lies in not being afraid to let go, even when you hold someone close in your heart.